I wanted to come on here, man. I always tell you guys it all starts with you. And I just wanted to kind of inspire you guys for a little bit, with that. The reason why I say that, because, those words literally changed my life. When I was at my rock bottom, when I was feeling sorry for myself, when I was losing myself, when I felt like my life was over, et cetera, et cetera. What really changed me was me looking in the mirror and me taking responsibility for where I was at with my life. With me telling myself that it starts with me. Whatever it is that I want to do, whether it's to start a business, whether it's to break free, whether it's to overcome, whether it's to become better, whether it's to become stronger, whether it was to break free from certain things, I had to tell myself that it started with me. Because until you actually accept responsibility over your life, and don't get this wrong, this is not telling you that what happened to you is your fault. Okay? I'm not saying that, but once you accept responsibility over your life, right? Accept responsibility over a situation, right? Maybe that situation, it wasn't your fault, but now after it's happened, it's on you. It's on you with what you do with that situation, right? You can let that situation break you or let it make you. You can let that situation break you or build you. And so I want to challenge you guys tonight. All right. And when I say these things, man, like live it, breathe it, be it, it all starts with you. It all starts with you. I really mean these things because these are things that I tell myself on an everyday basis, So wherever you are right now in your life, wherever you are going through, whatever it may be, tell yourself right now, it's on me. All right. I want you to literally do this. This is not some just motivational speech that I'm telling you to do, right? No motivational thing. Literally do this if you're serious about taking your life to where you want to take it. All right. If you're serious about that, if you're serious about taking your life to the next level, if you're serious about breaking free from that bad relationship, if you're serious about making your relationship better, if you're serious about becoming a better person, a better walk with God, whatever it is it may be, it starts with you. Okay, because you can blame your circumstances, you can blame a person, you can blame the president, you can blame anybody. But as long as you're pointing a finger at everything else, you're giving that situation, that person, that time in your life, that environment, the power to control your life. You're accepting it. All right, I didn't say that. Maybe you allowed them to give that to you, or maybe you didn't. I don't know your situation, but right now you're accepting it. You're accepting to stay there. You're accepting to stay in that mindset. You're accepting not to believe. You're accepting not to grow. You're accepting that. And so if you want to do something for your life, and this ain't for everybody, straight up, because a lot of people are going to say easier said than done. All of those things, that's great. Maybe it's not for you. But for somebody out there, I know somebody out there is watching, because I know after I get off of here, somebody's going to hit me up and say, Trent, it starts with me. But for somebody out there, they're to the point where enough is enough. They're to the point where they're not saying another chance. They're to the point where they're not saying tomorrow. They're to the point where they're not saying next time. They're to the point where they're not saying next month, not saying next year. They're saying right now. They're saying right now. They went from pointing the finger and placing their life on everybody else to pointing the thumb at themselves and saying, you know what? It's on me. I got to step up. Yes, I went through a lot in my life. Yes, somebody broke my heart. Yes, people did me wrong. Yes, I did myself wrong. Yes, I went through addiction. Yes, I went through these things. But guess what? Tonight is where it stops, because it's on me. I haven't been getting close to God. I've been straying away from him. I've been getting angry at him. Tonight is where it stops, because it starts with me. And when you can have that mindset, every day through life, there's nothing that can hold you back, because just to be real about it, as real as I can put it, you're your own enemy. You are. You control your perspective. You control your faith. And yes, there are a lot of influences out there that make your situation tough, that make it hard to believe. I'm not undermining your struggle, but I'm telling you right now, you can come out that struggle if you want to. You can start that business if you want to. You can start that speaking platform, motivation, whatever it is, if you want to. But you have to want it. Can't nobody do it for you. As I told you before, the world owes you nothing. Can't nobody do it for you. So tonight, I'm not here to change your life. I can't change your life. I'm not no life changer. I'm a seed plant. I'm here to plant a seed for somebody. And what you do with this information is what you do with it. Because I know where I'm at with my life, and I know I ain't stopping. Because once I told myself that it started with me, whatever that was, whatever it was, wherever I want to go in my life, I knew it started with me making a decision. It started with me deciding. See, a lot of us, we haven't decided yet. We still here, with ideas, or we're still here confused at times, whatever it may be, but you haven't decided yet. Because when you truly make a decision, there's no other option. Like, I got to the point in my life, there were no other option. I didn't care if people say, Trent, you can't be a speaker. You never went to school. You got tattoos. You got dreads. You don't look like a speaker. Trent, after the NFL, Trent, there's nothing else for your life. You spent your whole life playing football. Now you got cut. What are you going to do? I could have believed all those things. But I knew where the power rests. The power was within me, because I knew what God had called me to be. Only thing I had to do was make up my mind to become it. Only thing I had to do was cut off the things that were keeping me from it. And see, some of us, we got a lot of things in our life. And people ask, Trent, why do you talk about removal so much? Because until you remove the things that are hindering you, until you remove the things that are causing you pain, until you remove the things that are keeping you in that same prisoner mindset, your life won't change. That's why I talk about that. I'm all about building bridges. I'm all about building relationships. But I speak to the people out there that have so much potential, have so much greatness in them, but they're around a terrible, sucky environment that doesn't bring out their best. And they're thinking they're not worth anything. They're thinking they can't do this, they can't do that because of the people and the things that they're around. And until you get away from that, until you get away from those negative influences, guess what? You're going to find yourself in the same position over and over again. But it starts with you. It don't start with me telling you this. It starts with you. So make up your mind. Tell yourself that it's on me. It ain't nobody's fault but yours. And I'm not saying what happened to you. Don't take that, right? Sometimes we aren't in control of what happens to us, but we're always in control of how we respond. So how are you going to respond? Life might then hit you in the face, right in the mouth, bang. How you going to respond? Right? The person that you might have loved dearly, might have did you wrong, did you dirty. How you going to respond? Right? You might have put yourself through the worst, through addiction, through all of these things. How you going to respond? It's not about what happens to you. It's not about what happens to you. What's it about? What's it about? It's how you respond. And it doesn't matter how long. I just seen a comment. Somebody said it's hard when for so long you've been told you were less. Yes, it is. I get it. But it becomes easy once you realize what they told you was some lies. What they told you was because of they hurt. Once you realize that, understand that, it's no longer hard. It's no longer hard. And I realized that with my life. It was hard because I was allowing it to be hard. Once I fell in love with progression, once I start focusing my life, once I start living my life in faith, once I start controlling my perspective, all the things I talk about, once I start facing my reality, releasing the things from my life, repairing my life every single day, it wasn't hard no more. It wasn't hard. Once I realized that I was created with worth, it wasn't hard no more. Once I realized that God set me apart, it wasn't hard no more. Once I realized that God had a plan for my life, regardless of what has happened in my life, it wasn't hard no more. Once I realized that those lies and the people who told me what I couldn't be and those opinions and everybody who might have hurt me in my past or whatever, or me hurting myself, once I realized those things couldn't stop me, it wasn't hard no more. Let's get it.